Here you'll get 4 25-mark questions, and they tend to be almost a 50-50 split in terms of numbers and the written response. You won't get a whole 25-mark numerical question, you won't get a whole 25-mark written question. Each individual question tends to be split. Some calculations, some written response. In the exam, you will be given the ACCA formula sheet and discount tables. Use them. So don't waste your time trying to find a discount rate on your calculator. It's there. They will be given to you, so use them. A lot of the paper is on discounted cash flows, DCF. So make sure your DCF skills, your technical knowledge on discounting is up to scratch, that you can perform discounting calculations. The examiner will try and examine the whole syllabus in each paper. You may not be able to do it to the extent of 100% of the paper, but pretty much so. So again, trying to question spot isn't very good. You've got to do the whole syllabus. Work through past exam questions. The exam is fairly consistent in the style and content of each exam. So it's not going to be an exact repetition, but certainly the style of the exam questions, if you practice past ones, will give you an idea of where to lead to. And finally, again, for written elements, only answer the question that's been set. And as I said at the very beginning, make sure that your handwriting is legible. If markers can't read what you've written, they can't give you the marks. So you've got to be so concerned about that issue on there as well. Okay, that concludes my chat. I went for about 50 minutes on the skills papers. Are there any questions? Okay, questions come through on the technical articles, asking me to explain the essence of those articles. For each paper, there are technical issues involved, and on a regular basis, you will get examiners or markers or independent lecturers writing articles on particular topics. So as an example, for F7, a new standard was issued a few years ago, or a revision to a standard, IFRS 3, was rewritten. And not long after that, an article was written about the new standard, summarising the implications of the new standard, and therefore very useful to read to see maybe the examiner's perspective or maybe the ACCA's perspective on a particular topic. As I said at the time, there is no guarantee whatsoever that an article in the technical article list will be examined. But quite often with these articles, especially if they are numerically based, there will be examples included in the articles, numerical examples to help you process the information, or to see maybe how to tackle a particular way of arriving at a solution that's required. So very useful to read the technical articles, but we can't give a guarantee that they are going to be articles that will be examined in the exam. That doesn't happen, and especially we don't know now who writes the articles. The ACCA do not name the examiners, so we can't say that this is an examiner's specific article. So we've got to have that proviso on there, but it gives you again this knowledge, not just of the subject, but quite often the examiner will put it into a practical, put an article into a practical scenario. So it gives you that wider knowledge base.